this video. Well, I'm gonna disclaimer first. If I am going through real bad bouts of migraines, so if my eye starts closing, that's why. If I start rambling incoherently, that's why. And if I say something out of line, that's why. But with that being said, this video is actually in defense of Dave Chappelle. Dave did nothing wrong in this whole aspect with his new comedy special, The Closer. And I watched that video from beginning to end. And it sickens me how people are reacting, not responding, reacting to it. I've learned throughout the years with my PTSD, my bipolar disorder, and my panic disorder is the best way to handle a problem is respond, not react. And it ashames me that a lot of these people don't see it the same way I do, but that's the best way to handle a problem. Not through mass protests, not through mass walkouts of Netflix. There are only two things about that special that actually bothered me, and they were nothing to be abhorrent about. I watched it last night when I was in bed. I'm still not feeling good. I'm still not feeling the best. There will be an update about that soon, but I'm still not feeling the best. And now that these migraines have come and made my life a living hell, as much of a living hell as it already has been. As I said, there are two things that I was bothered by in that whole special of his. They were nothing to protest about. If anything, it helped me grow as a person, knowing that what offends me or what bothers me, I can overlook. And I'll explain what those two things were. Oh, for God's sake. I have to, okay, there it is. I have to point out, like, this is the first one that bothers me. In his special, he talked about some person named Daphne Dorman. And it was, it was an actual homage to this person. He was talking about a special that he did in San Francisco, where he did a comedy special, and he decided to, this person, Daphne, had aspirations to become a stand-up comedian. And throughout the special, he was saying so many nice things about her, so many nice things about this person. And then he dropped a bombshell saying that this person committed suicide. And the only reason why I'm bothered by it is because suicide is a sensitive topic to me. I've had, it's probably a sensitive subject towards anybody who has had people in the past make that choice. And the only reason why it bothered me is because it was the same way. It wasn't the exact same way that this other person brought it up. Wendy Williams, I'm looking at you, you stupid cunt. Why is she not canceled? That's my question, but that's aside the point. With what Dave did, he was paying homage to this person. And he talked about this person's daughter. And there's going to be one thing I'm going to agree with in that whole aspect, and is all the money that he can get his hands on in honor of Daphne's memory is going to go towards her, towards this person's daughter. And again, it just bothered me because, like I said, suicide is a sensitive topic to me. And it was nothing to run home about. It was nothing to basically even get bothered by. And that's how good Dave is he knows if it bothers you, he'll bother you. But he'll be sensitive enough to know that it was not meant out of malice. The other thing that kind of bothered me, and this is more or less just, this is probably what started the outrage in the beginning, with the controversy, with everything, was the term TERF. The term TERF stands for Trans Exclusive Radical Feminist. Keyword there is feminist. And in his special, the only reason why I kind of turned my head away from that was when he told me the definition of, or when he told the audience the definition of feminist. And the definition of feminist is a human being, not a woman, a human being who is strong on equal rights. And I hate to say it, I probably think I'm a little bit of a feminist myself, because there are a ton of things that I want to see in any industry that I come across or work for. I want to see a female in power. I want to see a female with equal pay. I want to see a woman in a position where they feel they can make a difference in the category that they are working through. I don't want to see these feminists that go around fucking causing trouble, causing mayhem, and causing hurt and trauma to those, doesn't matter if it's man or woman. And yes, feminists have attacked women. I've seen it. I want to see the best of both worlds. I want to see a woman in a higher position than I am in. Because they work their hardest to get there, so they should work their hardest to keep it there. And I don't even see why, like, I know the term is offensive in nature. Well, not offensive in nature, it's sensitive in nature. That it causes outrage, and it doesn't have to promote outrage, and it shouldn't even be there to correlate outrage. If people say I'm missing the point down there, tell me, we'll debate in the comments. There are so many things that bother me about feminism, or not feminism in nature, feminists in nature. Case in point, I see there's a lot of salons that only accept women in to get hairstyles or haircuts. And then the moment men's salon opens, as the Joker would say, everybody loses their mind. What happened with that one? And what happened with that one is somebody went in and was denied service, possibly because they were being abusive in nature, by pushing their values, by saying what they're doing is wrong, by saying that they're hypocrites, when in reality there are women only salons. And they figured they could be a fucking hero. So they did what they did. They were probably told to leave. And they went to the media about it. And I saw the very next day when it happened that this male salon said, "We are appreciative of any customer that comes in." There was no reason for that to happen, even in this day and age. With COVID, with the whole George Floyd thing, with the whole censorship with police material, with censorship with sensitive material. I remember when I went to my peer support group one night, they were talking about that scene in 13 Reasons Why that was cut. And I said that scene should never have been cut. And a whole bunch of people got mad at me for that. Okay, you're mad at me for basing my opinion. Let me hear yours. Don't get mad. Just let me hear it. Because we can agree to disagree. I'm always one of those people who will agree to disagree with anybody. I will stay friends with somebody I disagree with views that they have, and vice versa. I am not pro-censorship at all. I hate what they did with South Park and the whole Muhammad thing. Especially now that any streaming service that has South Park will not show those episodes. I'm glad I bought those DVDs before DVDs started going out of style. It was a controversy. Those were controversies that were never meant to get out of control. Somebody just got sensitive and tried making a big stink about it. I respect your views, but I don't respect threats. I do not respect abuse. I do not respect ridicule of any kind. I am not pro-censorship. When I say something doesn't need to be taken off of TV, it should not be taken off of TV. There's only a few factors that I will say, and I can't believe I have to say this. I do not agree with pedophilia. We all know that. I've said it on this channel numerous times. I don't agree with child porn. I don't agree with rape. I don't agree with incest. If I don't want to watch it, I'm not going to watch it. And I'm not saying the same thing for you. I'm saying this for me. If I don't like it, I don't have to watch it. But it shouldn't be censored. Things like that. Things like abuse. I don't agree with, and I will never agree with it. I know they say never, but I will never, ever agree with incest. I will never agree with child porn. I will never agree with pedophilia. I will never agree with rape and sexual assault. Because the more you censor it, the more it's going to come out of the woodworks. You can disagree with whatever you want. You can disagree with me with whatever I said. As I said, comment below. Let's start a conversation. I may sound like Philip DeFranco by saying that, but as I said, there were, going back to my point about Dave Chappelle. Those two things that I disagree with, there's other things that I disagree with Dave Chappelle on. Whiteface being one of them, because if you're gonna censor blackface, you should censor whiteface as well, or yellowface, or whatever. But I don't agree with that either, because expression is a freedom of concern. I know people are sensitive to blackface, so I will never do it. I know people are sensitive to yellowface, so I'll never do it. That's the person I am. If I offend you, I am sorry. But if you offend me, are you sorry? Anyways, I'm gonna go back to bed because this migraine is killing me. The light is killing me. The sound of my voice is actually killing me too. What people don't know about me the last few days is my migraines have been really bad, really bad. Like even yesterday I had a migraine so bad I couldn't even chew. I put a piece of pizza in my mouth. I took one chomp out of it and it felt like I was having a ear infection all over again. I couldn't move my mouth, I couldn't move my jaw. I had to spit it out in the garbage. But I hope this message comes clear. I am not pro-censorship. Because the more you censor it, the more it's going to happen. And the two things that I disagree with Dave Chappelle about, I can get past that. I can't get through it, but I can get past that. And Dave, if you ever release that untitled documentary in Canada, I am willing to do what you ask and watch it from beginning to end, and then make my point known. I agree with you 100% that you are not canceled and should be canceled. Anyways, that's it for now. Till the next one. Cheers.